This morning I was walking around doing my morning chores and called Chris over because we saw some chickens that were not looking so hot. And at first we were really afraid, and then we realized they're totally fine. They're just molting. But for first time chicken owners, this can be a really scary and alarming time because your chickens look kind of funky, and I'll see if I can grab one. Here is all of our chickens. We do let them all free range, and you can see some are not molting, but you can see some of them are, like this one. We have a really intense molting one over here, and really it doesn't affect all of them at the same time. So that's what's also really weird when it happens, is you are like, is something wrong with just this one chicken or all of them? Okay, I wasn't actually able to grab one of the chickies because they're just feeling real grumpy right now, which is actually a sign of molting. And molting is going to usually happen in the fall. It's a time where all of your chickens are going to start to shed off their old feathers and restore them with new ones. This is definitely a healthy thing to be happening to your chickens, so I wouldn't worry about it. It's something that they go through into the season, similar to how a dog sheds before fall, before it gets its nice winter coat. So really nothing to worry about here. But why does this happen during the fall? And that's because the daylight and the temperatures are going to be changing drastically during this time of year. As temperatures start to drastically decrease, especially at night, your chickens are going to need their extra plumage in order to keep them warm through the winter, and they're able to create this extra plumage without overheating because of those cooler temperatures that do happen during the fall period, and it really helps them get ready for the even colder temperatures. They also are going to have a lowered egg production during the fall period of time because daylight time is going to be a lot shorter. As you go deeper and deeper into winter, the day starts to get a lot shorter in the length of light, which means that the chickens are not going to be producing their eggs at their full capacity, which means they're not exerting a lot of energy towards producing eggs, and that energy is going to be used in order to help them with getting rid of their old feathers and getting in some new ones during this molting season. So it's really important that they have that extra energy. And we're going to talk a little bit about how you can actually help your chickens while they're going through molting in just a bit. But how do you actually know that they're going through molting and not something completely else? Now, the 3 telltale signs that your chickens are actually going through molting is going to be, one, that you're going to see a lot more feathers around the coop because they're going to be shedding a lot of their feathers. And sometimes it can be often sudden that they just release all these feathers, and you'll see some chickens that are quite barren. Some of our chickens have really released it really quickly, and they look hilarious because they're very barren. They don't have many furs. They have a lot of bald spots, and it can be really scary at first. You're also going to notice that they're going through molting when their egg production slows down. So they're using that energy for molting. So you're going to notice that there is going to be a drop in egg production during this time. And oftentimes they'll be linked with molting. So that's going to be another sign that they're going through a molting season. And the third way that you could tell that they're going through a molting season is they're going to be a lot grumpier, which is definitely what's going on with our flock right now. A lot of them in the summer, or when they're not going through this testy time, are really easy to grab, pick up, pet, hang out with. They come running up to you. But right now they're running away. They're grumpy. They don't want to hang out, and they just kind of want to do their own thing. They're not really feeling it right now. During this time, there are a few things that you can do to help support your chickens as their mama hen in providing the best situations that they need. One of which is actually providing them with the right nutrition that they need for their diet. As I mentioned earlier, they definitely need a lot of energy at this time because it's taking a lot of their energy to create a whole new set of feathers. So make sure that you're feeding them a really good diet that's selective to their needs. If you have hens, making sure that you're giving them a nice layer feed that's packed with nutrients, and oftentimes using this season as a time to give them some treats, offer them some mealworms or some additives to their diet to help boost up the nutrition and just help give them a little extra love and care. Another great way to help with molting is to actually load up on some chicken treats during this time. So we like to give our chickens black soldier flies. There's some nice dried black soldier flies that you can try. You can see here. And honestly, chickens love treats. You can usually feed them right out of your hands. And you can see they're all just coming over to me. The second thing that you can do is reduce stress during this time. You're already noticing that your chickies are really grumpy, and the last thing they need is added stress. So at this time, don't be adding new chickens to their flock. Don't be changing up things in their coop. Generally, just leave things as is. Let them feel comfortable in their home, with their environment, with all their chickie friends in their flock, and don't add any other stressors to their environment. And the third thing is continue to offer them a cozy, warm coop that's sheltered from the outside elements. You're thinking rain, snow, and harsh winds. Make sure all winter you're providing all three of those things, really, because they're just a lot harder for them to keep up in the winter with the colder temperatures, but especially during molting season when they have that added pressure to get rid of and recreate all their feathers. Now, when we think about molting, it is going to vary between your chickens. Sometimes it can last a few weeks, other times it can last months. So it's really dependent on your specific chicken and what they're going through and how fast they're doing it. So don't worry if it's taking a while. It's just your chicken and it's nothing to really worry about. For our chicken coop, we actually have a stall from our barn that we did turn into a coop. So this is really great. It offers a nice warm place for our chickens. We have, the floor is made of deep litter mulch. And then we have their boxes. Everything is walled in so no air can come in when they are perching at night. And this offers them a safe place from the outdoor elements. And then during the day, we will open up, let things air out to get airflow in. In the winter, we'll usually keep this closed and they just have a small chicken door that they can go in and out of, which keeps everything really safe in the colder temperatures. And here's that chicken door. Not all chickens are gonna go through the same look. You can see here that not all of our chickens look as molted as others, and it's really not something that you need to worry about. This is a very normal phase for any and all of your chickens to go through. So although it can be really frightening depending on what they look like, fear not, this is just a stage and they will overcome it. I hope this is helpful, and if you're having chickens going through their molting, then comment down below. I have some chatty chickens in the background, so we're gonna go feed them and have a good one. Bye.